Good morning. Man, how is everybody? That was a week. Good morning, everyone. We're actually here to play video games, but I gotta tell you, that was one hell of a week. So the Berlin Film Festival has started since Thursday. Good morning, Liron. Nice to see you back. I hope you're doing all right. The Berlin Film Festival started on Thursday, which is one of the main endeavors my partner participates in. Like, on a yearly basis, basically they take leave and then they watch like a bunch of movies with a friend. So they have a very, very elaborate and tight schedule throughout the next 10 days or something. And, well, up to a certain extent, friends, partners, and family are included or can participate, in certain viewings and watching movies and stuff like that. So we took a trip to what turned out to be the crematorium in Wedding, and which is now, I think, a cultural center, to watch a viewing of a documentary on a bunch of Nigerian folks, basically kids. They're 25 years old now, who call themselves the Critics. You might have even heard of them. I don't know. And they started doing like very low budget sci-fi movies when they were kids, because they didn't like the movies that were produced in Nigeria and they wanted to see the movies they liked. And they did really, really amazing low budget sci-fi productions at a very low age. And they're around 25 now. They're continuing to do movies. They have like a YouTube channel. And apparently this, I'm just gonna call her white lady, this white lady from New Zealand did a documentary on them over the course of like 6 years or something. That was pretty cool and amazing. And all 5 of them were there for a Q&A afterwards, and it got really late and we went home, arrived back home at like 1:30. So fortunately, my wife had to go to another viewing this morning at 10 a.m. So of course we had to get up very, very early. And this is literally the only reason that I'm already awake, fresh, showered, and available to play some video games, because man, I was tired this morning. I was so tired this morning. It was pretty amazing. I was super bummed because right next, this is a recommendation for everybody who's from Berlin, right next to that cultural center, it's basically at S-U-Bahn-Station Wedding. There's 2 pretty well-known food spots. One is Mr. Chen's Noodles, and the other one is just across the street from Mr. Chen's Noodles, which is Sarajevo, which is a pretty well-known Balkan Jewapi kind of place. And I was really looking forward to get some food there before the movie, and they were both absolutely packed. Mr. Chan's actually had a line outside, which I haven't seen in Berlin for years, mainly because I avoid those kind of places, right? But it had like at least 10-15 people lining up outside, and Sarajevo was completely packed. So since we only had like 45 minutes to grab, or like an hour to grab something to eat, we decided to just go to the next falafel place, which also had very amazing fluffy falafel, I have to say. But I'm kind of bummed out that we didn't get the hand-pulled noodles or the chibab. So what I decided for myself Oh, you were turned away from. Where were you in Mitte, and what were the restaurants you were turned away from? And was it just because they were full, or? I hate it when that happens. This really bums me out, because when I go somewhere with the intention to eat, usually I already arrive hungry, and when I then get turned away and have to replan, and my whole plan gets turned upside down, I get frustrated so quickly. I am very bad at waiting in line. Also, I'm already hungry, and I've already settled on something very specific I want to eat, and then having to replan and basically convincing my brain that something else to eat is also totally fine costs me a lot of energy, and it causes a lot of frustration. So, well, Sichuan place at Torstraße sounds pretty good. So what I decided for myself, actually, for today is, after the stream, since the weather is nice, I'm just gonna pack up my camera and I'm gonna have a little photography walk, which I haven't had done in quite a while. As I said, my wife's away. She left the house at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. It's probably gonna come back in the middle of the night when I'm already asleep, because she's watching 4 movies today. So after the stream, I'm just gonna go on a camera walk, and then I'm gonna walk the canal in Neukölln, and probably go to the hand-pulled noodle place down in Neukölln. It's okay-ish, pretty solid. It's not the most famous or the best one, but it's solid hand-pulled noodles. And since I didn't have them yesterday, I'm just gonna do it today, honestly. And also, like, get some Sunday afternoon walking steps in. Maybe take some pictures at the canal. See what the situation is, if there's any nice people out there. And spend some time outside, because I haven't been outside at all. Yeah. This is me since yesterday, literally. Me since yesterday. I was so hyped for hand-pulled noodles. Ideally with a braised beef or something like that, and maybe a nice cucumber salad. And so I have to get that somewhere today. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be really, really, really bummed. By the way, what I did since last time, and let's talk about Final Fantasy for a second here. What I did since last time is, I looked into the Crystal Tower quests, because Lran told me. And I realized I could use Duty Finder to redo the quests, but that wouldn't include the cutscenes. So this is, I assume, Lran, why you suggested to do New Game Plus, basically to get the authentic experience, right? Of playing through the quests or the raids, including the cutscenes. What I did basically was I rewatched the cutscenes and then I did the raids, which was fine as well. And yeah, now I'm basically caught up on the Crystal Tower quests. I remember all of it. And I didn't. So that was the end of A Realm Reborn, right? So one thing I realized is, going into these cutscenes, I realized, oh hell, I have to do a whole lot of reading, watching these cutscenes, because there was no voiceover back in Realm Reborn. I mean, they've increased the amount of voiceover ever since, like to a very, very significant extent. But at that point, there was no voiceover at all. So that was a lot of reading up I had to do. And yeah, I rewatched. Also, I rewatched then the introduction of the Crystal Exarch, and looking back at this, like back to back, watching the Crystal Tower raid cutscenes, and remembering that, yeah, Grahatia then locked himself basically up in the tower in order for the squad to at some point find a solution to basically manage that technology. And looking at the first entry of the Crystal Exarch, it becomes quite obvious that apparently, I don't want to say it, but they're the same person, right? I've been spoiled about that already, but looking at it back to back, it becomes very obvious, and I don't think it's a big spoiler for everybody. So I think it'd be interesting to find out how that happened, right? And why they're all crystalled up and stuff. That'd be interesting. But yeah, also what was kind of the thought that stuck in my head was the Crystal Tower raids mention the world of darkness basically, but it seems like a very abyssal and dark place, and I'm not sure whether that is something else that than the first that we're currently in, or whether they've just adjusted that thematically to mean something else, because it feels like first could or should be the world of darkness, right? I don't know. I didn't research anymore. I just had some loose thoughts that I wanted to throw out there before starting. And I'm interested to see how that actually turns out. Yeah. So there's that. And with that in mind, I think we can jump into playing some video games, to be honest, right? Last we left off, we were in Il Mheg. We had finally discovered the fairies hanging out here. And we were rather not get into that. It will be addressed also in future expansions. That is good to know. Thank you very much. I also try to not Google a lot because it's super easy to spoil yourself with content that has been out for like 7 or 8 years or something. I think most of the community does an amazing job of not trying to spoil anybody, especially the Discords or the free company I'm in right now. They're being very, very considerate and careful not to spoil anything that is remotely MSQ related, which I absolutely appreciate. So I'm very, very careful with Googling anything that might lead into spoiler territory. So we've arrived at Il Mheg. We attuned to the Aetheryte. We spoke to some Fae, and then basically they said, well, talk to these 3 villagers. Talk to these 3 villagers to learn more about our little village. So that's what we're going to do. There's also a little ether quest down here, which we're gonna pick up in a second. But let's start with the MSQ first. So Sulween aches for my attention. Okay. Ooh, look at me, I have a task for you. Okay. Lydha Lran is a beloved village, and we want it to always look lovely. And it can't look lovely without flowers blooming. And no flowers bloom lovelier than Everblooms. So here are some Everbloom seeds. Take them and sow them out here, there, and everywhere around the village. Simple as a dimple, yes? Yeah, we can do that. So where are we supposed to? I'm a little confused as to the weather and lighting conditions, but that I think I have to get used to that. Is that this the little lad. Where's the... Where am I supposed to tell the... Weird. Where am I supposed to... Am I a little dum-dum? Hello, 'tis I, the little dum-dum. Is there like specific... Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna spoil myself. Definitely. I will... Ah, this is a destination. Okay. Where was the other destination? That was so weird. Yes. There used to be a city of mortals here. Great big bustling place called Burbur or Burvard or some such. But the sin eaters came and everybody disappeared. Since then, we pixies have been living here. And we've given the old houses our touch. Lovely, don't you think? Well, if you're into that kind of stuff, sure. It's just on the top up there. Look at that. Yeah, so I was right about getting up there, but... Ah, okay, you could climb the roof. Okay. So I will have to assume that this is gonna work in a way in which we're going to be basically defeating the Light Warden for each of these areas we're in order to basically return specific area to its normal state. Oh, I can't wait for the flowers to bloom. And until then, every new area we arrive in is basically going to be in this weird sun-bathed everlasting light kind of situation, right? Which feels a little weird, but I guess this is the theme we're running with. You're done sowing the seeds. Thank you. This shall help Lydha Lran live up to its name, which means flower house, in case you weren't aware. No, I wasn't aware. I don't speak pixie. We weren't always here, you know. We used to live deep in a lush forest. It was beautiful beyond compare, but almost all of it was swallowed up by light. For a while we roamed, but eventually we found a place that men had abandoned. Together with our fellow faithfolk, we decided to make it our new home. The land of everlasting spring. This is our home, and it could be yours too. Forever and ever and ever. That sounds a little creepy. Which is, I think, exactly how Fae should be, right? Let's be honest. Owl Sigun, thirst for your kindness. Mortal, hear my plea. Our precious children are thirsty, and I need you to bring them water. Who are our children, you ask? Well, they're the leafmen you see standing about our village. Adorable, aren't they? They are kind of cute, to be honest, right? Now, you'll need to go to Long Mirror Lake to draw the water. I can do that. Once you have it, see that our children have a good drenching. But be warned, the Fuaf make their home in the lake. They tend to play rough, so have care. Okay, that's up there. up north, as I like to say. No, nobody likes to say that, I guess. There's another. Of course, there's a little bit of a water spirit here. From a color scheme and like vibe perspective, this feels a little bit like Morgholm in Heaven's Word, right? Which is one of my favorite locations in Heaven's Word, to be honest, because I just love that. Somebody should have summoned their stupid chocobo. It shares like these fluffy dandelion flower flora that I think Morgholm had as well. So it kind of feels similar. Oh, this is already water. Okay. That's an interesting choice. I didn't realize that was already water because I was still seeing the grass, but this is interesting. They're check northwest. Yeah, well, that's not on our way. Yeah, the problem with the eternal light is that everything feels completely overexposed, I guess. You have to get closer. Here you go, buddy. Come on. Drink up. Yeah, that was good. That's good. Yeah, I think like overexposed feels like the right way to put it. Here you go. There's another Leafman buddy. Drink up. And then you've given water to our children. Thank you very much. They're all very dear to us. They wandered into Il Mheg as stray mortals, but we grew attached to them and decided to take them in. You and yours would have been our children too, but the enchantment didn't catch as well as we'd hoped. It's never too late, of course. I absolutely love the concept of Fae and Fairy being whimsical and kind of lovely, but also creepy as hell at the same time, right? So of course these Leafmen used to be mortals and the fairies took them in, basically turning them into Leafmen in order to ensure that they would stay here forever and ever, which is, I guess, not what most mortals want, but yeah. Fae folk, man. Oh, I'm so hungry I may faint. Fruit. A little fruit will set me all right. Will you go and fetch some for me? Just outside the village, you find a hillock. 2 great bell trees grow there. If you give them a shake, they should render up their sweet, succulent burden. Sweet, succulent burdens. Yeah. Absolutely. Let's shake them up. I always forget that I can't fly. Oh yeah, those are the the bell tree. Anything else gonna fall from the tree as well? Oh no, it's a bug. Was a joke in here about bug fixing, but it just took me too long to realize that now the bug is already here. So forget about it. That was I think the Moogle sound just came from my weapon. I was a little confused for a second here. I don't think I'll ever want to have another weapon than the Moogle book. I don't know. I mean, it just feels so perfect. To the north, it should be right here somewhere. So since I'm already at this lookout point here, maybe I'll have a look, see whether it's down there, it's by the shore somewhere. Okay, got it. Have to pick that up later. I absolutely adore the Mheg weapons. I really, really love them. I have a to-do to actually collect the Mheg weapons for each of the classes or jobs. I'm sorry, jobs that I'm playing. But I think Scholar is the only one that I'm currently using the Mheg weapon on. It's because it's super cute. I mean, look at it. What I did for, and this is my absolute favorite glamour of all times, is the staff for White Mage, which is, give me a sec. This one here. I mean, look at him. He's perfect, right? He's the most gorgeous of them all. Check real quick. Yeah, it's the Dryad cane. There's two versions of that. This is a white one. There's another one that looks like darker wood. And I don't think it has a leaf on top, and I prefer that one. But I think this is the best White Mage weapon of all time. This is absolutely adorable. I saw it somewhere and I knew I had to get it. So yeah, I don't think I will ever change that. This is just, I mean, look at him. He's perfect. He's the most perfect boy of all of them. So yeah. Oh, sorry, that was the no. That was the wrong glamour. So it's gorgeous, right? The staff is absolutely beautiful. Those look like figs, actually, right? Figs or dates, maybe. Let's call them both. Yes, save me from my boredom. You should have seen the look on your face when the bugs came down. You little mischievous. You know. Ding. You've done me a great service, mortal. If there's one thing we pixies are serious about, it's having fun. Dull and painful things, hate them. Sin eaters are dull and painful both, though we hate them especially. You mortals try to fight those monstrosities, but there's no fun in that. Best to avoid them altogether, we see. Jeez Louise. Yeah, before we continue the main story quest, let's pick up this little blue quest. Where is it? Why is my orientation so bad? What is happening? Help me, I beg you. My friend has gone to Forbidden Lran, a place we told we must never set foot in. I thought about giving chase, but I'm scared I'll run into that thing. But you're a big, brave man. You're not scared of such things, are you? So please find and bring back my friend. Ken Gyoff is his name. And if you hurry, you might catch them before they get to Forbidden Lran. I might as well try and do that, right? The Forbidden Lran. Lran? Oh man. What are you? You look like a person, man. Yeah, but you're just like a player person. Got it. I was... What is that in the back there? That looks gorgeous. Aren't you one of Urianger's friend? Have you business with me? Lad Ken is worried. Well, that's all well and good, but when someone tells me not to do something, it only makes me want to do it more. Ha. No one can stop me. Heedless of your warning, Ken Gyoff continues on in the direction of Forbidden Lran. If you find them again, perhaps you can still convince them to turn back. Dum-dum, what is that? Oh, it's a rose bear. Look at that. Man, this looks gorgeous. That reminds me of there was a Monster Hunter-like game, Chinese, that I was everybody was super hyped about, but kind of did under-deliver, and it had a lot of like Monster Hunter-like monsters that were a combination of flora and fauna, and that was very creative and interesting monster design. The game overall was amazing, to be honest. I think it was just lacking in content, and I think up to a certain extent performance, and I think that was what kind of, I don't want to say killed it in the long run, but I don't think it stayed relevant for long enough to make its mark, which was kind of sad. With the chat mode in say, use your keyboard or the software keyboard to enter Ken Gyoff. Okay. Squeal, squeal. Oh no! Oh no! Is that the thing? It's a beaver-like creature. I would have said it's a capybara, but yeah. Though your beaver speak is a bit rusty, that creature appears to want milk. My beaver speak is indeed a bit. Yeah. But let's give it some milk, shall we? By the way, did you know that capybara poop is usually square? Like they poop little dice, which is... I don't know why I know that. I'm sorry. However, you see no signs of Ken Gyuff. You resign yourself to bearing the bad news back to Lad Ken. Well, but are we gonna feed the... Are we gonna feed the beaver? Something I should not be saying on the... Sorry. Okay, apparently we're not gonna feed the beaver. And... It's gonna go back, right? Jeez. Where are we going? You're back. Where's Ken? Please tell me Ken is alright. What? Against your warning? They went to Forbidden Lran where you found only a strange animal? Then the tales were true. Oh, Ken, why? Why didn't you listen? Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't assume the worst yet. Maybe there's still hope. I just need to stay calm and think things through. I have no idea what that means, but... Where beavers cry. We want to... Sorry, folks. You know what? No. I need to find out what the heck is going on with that beaver. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I usually don't do that, but I need to know what was going on with that beaver. I need to find out now. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go. That thing, you saw it with your own eyes, yes? What did it look like? It was like a giant beaver, you know, a cute little... Then the tales are indeed true. It was the giant beaver of legend. Those pixies who encounter it vanish, never again to be seen. That's why we are strictly warned against going to Forbidden Lran. Yet, though we know to fear the beaver, we know little and less about it. Whence did it come to? And to what end does it make us disappear? The creature is shrouded in mystery. What could possibly be its desire? It wants milk, you say? That must be the tribute it demands. Else more pixies will meet a terrible end. Mortal. As someone who not only understands the beaver, the more I say it, I'm sorry, but survived an encounter with it besides, I would ask another favor of you. Out in the pastures, you'll find a shepherd named Il Mheg. I want you to go and ask for the milk and make an offering to the beaver. Hopefully this will suffice to appease its hunger for pixies. I have to do this. I'm sorry, folks. I know this is not part of the MSQ, but man, we gotta appease the beaver. Man, Well now, what does a mortal want with me? Well, milk. Of course he has the milk. Incidentally, it's Ken Guff's favorite thing. Where in the world could they have disappeared to? They just turn into beavers? Is that what's happening? I love these big flower baskets, man. They're so gorgeous. Look at them. Come on, little beaver buddy. Let's give you a little bit of milk. And it seems to be saying, give me milk. Well then, let's give him some milk. It seems to be saying, I love milk. Thank you. Squeal, squeal, squeal. It seems to be saying, I hid a beautiful marvel in the stump of a tree by the lake. Let Uinhagan know that it's theirs, a token of my thanks. Okay, that feels oddly specific for a giant beaver. I think it's safe to assume that Ken Guff was just turned into a giant beaver, right? Or this is just a super elaborate pixie prank. Just fuck with me, right? Oh, it's you again. What is it? They're just messing. Truly? Huzzah! I've always wanted a marble. I'll go and collect it right at once. Oh, this is... There's stables here. Okay. That's interesting. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. How did you fare? What? No, this can't be happening. I'm sorry, it's not your fault. You did as I asked, and for that you have my thanks. It's just we gotta do the beaver quest, folks. I'm so sorry. We're just gonna do the beaver quest now. This is now a beaver quest stream. I'm sorry. This is not the time for tears. If we hurry, we might still prevent the unthinkable from coming to pass. You see, the marvel, and the marble, not the marvels. It was Ken Guff's treasure, and Uinhagan has always wanted one like it. Now, Uinhagan went to collect the marble near the lake, yes? I will give chase and try to find them. Meanwhile, you need to return to Forbidden Lran to see if there's any change with the beaver. Afterwards, let us meet at the stables yonder. Okay, so either you folks are messing with me, or Ken Guff is the beaver. I'd also be pretty happy with it. I mean, maybe life as a beaver is better than life as a beaver. I mean, there's worse stuff in the world than having a cute little furry butt. Another beaver has another beaver. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, they multiply. There's two beavers now. Squeal, squeal. It seems to be saying, the marble is pretty. Thank you. Squeal, squeal. It seems to be saying, I love milk. Thank you. Okay, so this is now Il Mheg and Kenya being turned into beavers, I guess. I mean, honestly, the problem with all these quests is you don't know which one you really need to do in terms of, oh, they're super funny and hilarious, and you're just gonna lose a lot of fun interaction if you don't do them, and the ones that are just tedious. I couldn't find Il Mheg. What of the beaver? What? Il Mheg too? It's my fault. It's all my fault. Oh, it's the beaver that's to blame. It's all that accursed creature's doing. I'm going to teach it a lesson it'll never forget. Oh no. Oh no, Ladkin. This is not a good idea, buddy. This is not a good idea. You're also gonna get turned into a beaver. This is how the story's gonna end. With 3 little furry butt beavers. Well, could be worse. Dum 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 dum. Oh no, there's 3 beavers now. Here we go. Squeal, squeal, squeal. It seems to be saying, I found my friends. Thank you. Seek out Ni-Is. They will give you a reward in my stead. It continues, if Ni-Is proves uncooperative, however, tell them I've hidden my lovely pair of shoes inside the roof. I mean, they seem to be super happy as beavers, so I assume that is okay. I will just assume that. And he is. Can I get a... I do not want to play. I just want my my payment. I want my money. You want a reward, you must play with me first. It's only fair. Let's see now. Yes, a couple of years ought to do it. I don't think I have a couple of years to play with you, buddy. I don't think I do. Truly, oh, those shoes are the loveliest. When Ledken flaunted them, it made me so jealous. To think they'll be mine now. Here's a little something by the way of thanks. With that, I'm off to collect my shoes. That wasn't bad. So, that was the story of the 3 enchanted beavers. A little anticlimactic. I would have liked to understand why they've been turned into beavers, but maybe it's just not the point. So, MSQ, Thancred. He looks just like I feel. What does that mean, buddy? How goes it, Daedalus? So, a mix of menial tasks and pranks. Yeah, that kind of sums it up. Yeah, that's... Okay, great. Yes, that pretty much sums up my own experience. Okay, Thancred. They have no troubles worthy of the name. I mean, that's nice, right? How long are we supposed to keep at this? They're clearly playing with us. Indeed, whenever I inquire how much more there is to be done, the answer is ever the same. A little. And I doubt they have any intention of releasing us in the near future. Urianger once told me a story about the pixies. They're born from the souls of those who died as children, or so it's believed. Though they don't have memories of their previous lives, their desire to have fun remains imprinted on their souls. And so they live on only to play, keeping hapless mortals for their pleasure for years on end, sometimes even until death. In the past, when I sought to identify the true nature of ghosts, I came upon literature examining a similar subject. The soul was likened to a core that resides in the ether, and its presence is what differentiates us from such beings as sprites and arcane entities. Upon death, said core ordinarily dissipates alongside the ether that composed the flesh. However, it may be held together and bound to the corporeal realm either by the will of its owner or by means of certain arts. In time, the soul may regather ether onto itself to assume another form or find newly emerged life in which to abide. The pixies may be one such instance of it. If ghosts are merely souls without bodies, what does that make us? I think you've become that which you fear most, brother dearest. However, the pixies may have come into being. If we leave them to judge when they are satisfied, they will never be satisfied. We must negotiate new terms with the creatures, but where to begin? It seems to me we would need at least one among them to sympathize with them. In the course of your chores, did any of you encounter a pixie who seemed even faintly amenable to reason? Not during my chores, perhaps? Feoul? I don't remember who Feoul was, to be honest. What? You a pixie from before? Not only are you acquainted, but you've entered into a pact. You might have mentioned this sooner. At any rate, I dare to hope this will offer us a way out. Without further delay, then summon this Feoul, if you please. I have no remembrance of who Feoul is. Guys, I'm so sorry. I'm really bad with names. Honestly, I don't even remember my fans' name, my friends' names. Oh, yeah, I remember Feoul, of course. Yeah. Totally, I remember Feoul. I have to go up here. And then... Am I saying this wrong? No. A voice rings out in your mind. So, my sapling has finally remembered about his lovely branch. But with such a half-hearted call, he may as well lock me off and cast me aside. I have no sapling. with the motor. Ah, I have to now say, please, Feoul, I need you. Just copy that somehow, or do I have to? Shit. Really, you have me typing this stuff out. I need you. Is that your idea of a fervent call? A sodden log could do it with more fire. If I could shout it with the chat in mode say, oh loveliest of branches, please grant me your succor. That sounds like something I would say. Oh geez, Louise. Loveliest of branches, comma, please grant me your succor. Did I? Oh, that didn't work. Did I mistype? Give me a second. Oh, loveliest of branches, comma, please grant me your... Ah, the exclamation mark was missing. Jeez Louise. Man. There you are. I remember you.
Late. I've been waiting for you to summon me ever since you came here. Waiting and waiting and waiting. But my sapling didn't so much as utter my name. Such a heartless thing he is. Cold and cruel and heartless.
I'm sorry.
Another self-important little brat. Just what we need.
Reminds me of my childhood.
Really, Alphano, you had to go there.
Right, I'm sorry. It was a joke. Honestly, just a joke.
Just now you called for me so earnestly, so fervently. I couldn't possibly stay angry at you. Very well. As your lovely branch, I will lend you my strength.
Well. If it isn't Feoul, the mold field. It's been too long.
A Mad Bloom? Okay.
Not long enough for you to think of any new games, though, apparently. If I were you, I'd be bored of myself. Now let me make something clear. That mortal is mine. No matter what you do, she will never be yours. Never, ever!
Oh, not even a bit. But what about the others? Surely we can keep them.
No, you can't keep them either. They're for my amusement and mine alone. And if you lay so much as a finger on my sapling, I'll scatter the contents of his bag all over your precious village.
How is that?
There'll be cold, hard metal, furry, festering food, stinky, sweaty small clothes.
Okay, my small clothes are not stinky and sweaty.
Other terrible, unmentionable things. How would you like that?
All right. But will you not at least let us play with the twins? Just while the others go and see Urianger?
Sounds like a deal. I mean, you can keep the twins for a couple of days.
That's all we ask. And we promise we'll play nicely.
It seems we won't be joining you.
We'll reveal the hidden verdict to you at once.
Ah, there we go. There we go. Oh man. Oh man, that's gorgeous.
So this is the true Il Mheg.
How are you feeling?
Better. I think I remember the way now.
Apologies for the delay. Shall we go and see Urianger?
Your lovely branch is useful, yes? So whenever you're in trouble, you must remember to make use of me!
Ah, yes, that changes things now. Okay, that makes much more sense. I was thinking that it was the lighting, but apparently that was just fairy magic. Okay. For Alphinaud and Alize's sake, let us be quick. It would be a shame to return only to find that they had been made to play one game too many. Now, the place we seek is the abandoned manor of a nobleman and scholar. The Bookman's Shelves, it's called, after the fellow's vast collection of tomes. An agreeable habitat for our friend. I'm sure you'll agree. If we follow the path north, we should soon find the place. Come along. Jeez Louise. Where are we going? What are we doing? Ah, okay, so... Man, we gotta take some screenshots here. I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is insanely gorgeous. Also, I love how the flowers match my chocobo's color, right? This is all I ever wanted. And the good news is, it looks like the ether current is just along the way, right? To the east, okay. Let's see where it is. To the west. Oh, to the east. I'm such an idiot. Man, I'm so sorry. Orientation is like my absolute weak spot. I do not know how it works. It's part of that village underwater there? Looks like, isn't it? Yeah, I was under the assumption that the ether current was somewhere underneath that ledge. Northeast. Be somewhere around here. Is it in the water? Is it underneath the water? Are we still doing that? No, apparently not. Okay. Weird. West. Where is this? Ah, it's just up on the roof. It's up on the roof. There you go. Northeast. Okay, that would be probably somewhere around where. Okay, that's funny. Somewhere around where we're supposed to meet Urianger. Let's go. Yeah, I was assuming that I could still swim and dive, looking at the size of that lake. So, I was also thinking that, well, at some point the game is going to ask me to actually dive into that lake, right? So for now, I just thought I'd catch up with Urianger and see how we can progress the quest. Man, I just love the visual design of this area. I just absolutely love it. I love how these little, or what I assume are settlements, houses, are built into the hills. That looks so lovely. I just love the design. And here we are at long last. I give you Urianger's humble abode. Come, let's see if he's home.
Urianger, are you in?
Unto a world weary of heroes, a hero wends his way. The Exarch did send word that thou wouldst seek me out, but ne'er did I imagine thou wouldst arrive so soon.
Oh, he's an astrologian now. Look at that.
Full glad am I to see thee once more, my friend, and none the worse for thy travails.
Run along, Minfilia. We will meet you outside.
But
Another one for you to imbue, if you'd be so kind.
Used to be an arcanist, right?
I take
He
it
had
thou
a
hast
staff.
met with our other comrades already. That Master Alphino and Mistress Alize now travel in thy company is of great comfort to me. As for the rest, it beginneth in earnest. The hunting of the Light Wardens, and perforce the war with Yulmore. Hark thee then to my words, and through them behold the vision that I did glimpse, that of the 8th Umbral Calamity. As I drifted hither to the first, traversing the boundary twixt reality and potentiality, I did bear witness to events yet to come. There I saw the combined forces of Eorzea and the Far East offering fierce resistance to the legions of Garlemald. So fierce, in fact, that they did begin to push the enemy back. Ilm by painful ilm at first, then yalm by yalm, and malm by malm in time. Yet the joy they felt was short-lived, for in so doing they did force the Empire's hand. Faced with defeat, the Garleans turned to a weapon most vile: Black Rose. Its potency defied all reckoning. Once released, the gas took on a life of its own, wreaking untold carnage not only in Eorzea, but in the provinces of the Empire besides. From fighters upon the front lines to babes in their beds, none were spared. And as the casualties became too numerous to count, so did the fabric of civilization begin to unravel. Nor did the land itself escape unscathed. For spreading from the site of its release, Black Rose brought death to the very soil. To survive amidst the chaos and upheaval, men came to live by the sword, the rule of law giving way, inevitably, to the rule of might. Thus was the spark struck and the fire kindled, and swiftly did it spread as a blaze in a field of straw to engulf every corner of the world. Nations worthy of the name did then cease to exist. And those souls brave and true who might have risen to restore order
Ryle, Thancred, Stola, the twins.
were no more. For the weapon spared not one, not even thee. An endless age of war, begotten by the blight of Black Rose. Such is the legacy of the 8th umbral calamity which I did behold. No matter the cost, we must forestall this tragedy. To that end, I have labored during my sojourn in this world, discovering in so doing the answer to a pressing mystery. That of Black Rose's inexplicable potency.
Oh.
Come. Dost thou recognize yonder chart?
Yeah, of course. I paid attention in school. It's something to do with magic. Chart of the elements, of course.
Indeed. 'Tis a rendering of the elemental wheel, such as one might find in classrooms across the source.
Of course. I knew that. Totally.
As the chart maketh plain, our world is composed of 6 elements, in addition to which there exist 2 poles in fundamental opposition. Astral, the active. Umbral, the passive.
Okay.
As a reflection of the source, the first naturally compriseth the selfsame forces. Yet, curiously, there is a notable divergence in their nomenclature. To be specific, the denizens of this world employ not the terms astral and umbral.
Light and dark?
Thus was I moved to inquire what names said forces had been assigned. A simple question which yielded a most unexpected answer. Upon demanding the name of the pole aligned with activity and growth, I was told that as life's myriad colors combine to produce black, the people of the First had called it darkness. At this, did my mind begin to race. Yet 'twas only when I asked what name had been given to the pole aligned with passivity that mine eyes were opened to the truth. Peace and tranquility being as purest white, unmarred by color, I was told it had been given the name of light.
Okay. Okay, Eurangel. This is not as surprising as you think it, buddy, but
That's umbral light
proud of
and
you.
astral darkness, yes? I'm no etherologist, but it strikes me that the nomenclature of the First is rooted in the generation of the two forces, while our own appears to focus on their effects. Which makes one wonder, have we had it backwards all this time?
'Tis indeed a compelling question, and one which beareth closer examination. Yet what knowledge we already possess sufficeth to explain the chain of events. The phenomenon of etheric thinning observed in the source is the consequence of light, the power of stasis, flowing in from the First to stifle the movement of ether within the land. And according to Master Alphino, Black Rose slayeth by halting the circulation of ether within living beings.
Okay.
Should such a weapon be unleashed even as the First were rejoined, replete as it is with light,
We would have a disaster of untold proportions on our hands. A calamity. Well, at least we have a better grasp of what we're facing. Our objective, however, remains unchanged. We are to eliminate the Light Warden of Il Mheg.
Sure.
Speaking of which, were you able to ascertain its whereabouts?
Aye. 'Tis all but certainly ensconced within Lydha, the castle which standeth in the midst of the lake.
Lydha?
To enter said stronghold, we must needs turn to the pixies for aid. Fortunately, I have become quite adept at courting their cooperation. Henceforth shall I accompany you, and do all in my power to ensure that my vision doth not come to pass.
You could also clean up your room, Orion. I mean, how? Messy, man. My friend, ere I speak of the task at hand, there is a question I would pose to thee. What thinkest thou of mine appearance? I think you look pretty hot, man. I like it. I mean, it's a vibe. Yeah? Did you take up astrology? Did you lose weight? I didn't recognize you at first. Did you lose weight? Did you take up astrology? Indeed. Though the night be lost behind the shroud of blinding light, doubt not but that the stars shine still. I have chosen to avail myself of their guidance, that I might navigate the sea of uncertainty which stretcheth before us. For a blessing, my prior studies of astrology did provide me with adequate grounding in the art. But enough of myself. Let us now speak of your talk. As I did mention, if we are to enter damn man, this is going to kill me. We must needs gain the Pixies' cooperation. This is a simple matter of presenting unto them a suitable gift. I shall procure a selection of viands, no, that shall please their palates. Thancred, for he assist me in this endeavor. Meanwhile, Daedalus, I bid thee obtain that which will please their eyes. In these parts there abideth a vilekin known for its beauteous wings, the hawker. I shall lend thee a receptacle within which thou mayest capture a weakened specimen. Got it. Got it. We can do that. We can do that. Yeah. All right. We're doing that. So, there's also an exuberant pixie just around the corner here. Where the lake is. Oh man, that's gorgeous. So use the Charlian box to capture a weakened hawker. Not. Okay, I discover a new location. Great. So hawker buddy, come on. Are you weakened? Have you been weakened? There you go. It's my hawker in the box. That is lovely music, by the way. Hey, Minfilia. And look at that view over the lake, man. I mean, look at it. God. This is gorgeous. Gorgeous. Love it. Absolutely adore this. Thou art returned. Oh, truly magnificent. I shall treat them at once to make fast their vibrant colors. Thancred too should return anon, upon which I shall ready all the items for presentation. Pray, take thine ease meanwhile.
"'Tis done. The pixies shall be well pleased with these gifts. Ah, lest I forget. White auracite, newly forged for thy use.
Okay.
Our mission being to thwart a rejoining, we will most assuredly cross paths with those who crave the contrary, our eternal enemies. Thus did I choose to abide in this ether-rich land, the better to fashion a trap for the Ascian's essence.
Are we going to encounter Ascians here in the first? That's a stupid question. We already saw him, right? The Emperor's grandfather.
May I come in now?
You may indeed, assuming you've finished.
I did as you asked.
Varys.
That's my girl, thank you.
Varys? Oh, Varys is the Emperor. Emmett Selch was his name.
I should probably explain. Though my body remained behind in the source, its limitations saw fit to accompany me, which is to say, I cannot manipulate ether. I took up the gunblade for its defensive advantages, but on account of my little impairment, I cannot imbue the ammunition myself. Luckily for me, Minfilia has quite a talent for it.
Minfilia, once we set forth, we are not like to return for some while. If thou wouldst choose tomes to take with thee, let it be now.
Really? May I?
Sure.
Of course, my dear. Yet have care thou dost not add overmuch to thy burden, lest I incur Thancred's ire.
I love the fact that she has picked up Thancred's daggers. That's a nice little touch.
Hast thou spoken to him of thine encounter with the Minfilia of Errand?
Well, I suppose now is as good a time as any.
Hey, what do you mean, the Minfilia of Eld?
As you know, I freed young Minfilia from captivity in Yulmore some 3 years past. Not long after, the two of us journeyed to the south of Il Mheg, to the edge of the Empty, where the flood was halted. It was there that she awakened. The Minfilia of old. My Minfilia.
Tell me, what must I do to bring you back?
My dearest Thancred, as I am now, I am no different from an Ascian. This child is but a vessel. One of many I have used that I might spread word of her enduring blessing and preserve the flame of hope. In my name, each has died, never having lived her own life. I have taken enough from these children. I will take no more.
But what of your suffering? Your sacrifice? This isn't fair! I will not stand for it. I cannot! There must be something we can do. Tell me!
Should the day come when this child grows weary of fighting and wishes to cast it all aside, then shall I take up her burden. But should she wish instead to become the master of her own destiny, then shall I bequeath to her my all. Imbued with the strength that I reserve for rebirth, she may come to wield my powers as her own.
Then you'll
And what of
disappear.
my wishes? What of Flamine's? What of all the people who love and care for you and want nothing more than to see you again?
It is not their decision to make.
Sure.
It is hers. This child's. This Minfilia's.
And I guess you gotta learn to respect that, Thancred. Sorry, buddy. I mean...
You have ever watched over me, Thancred.
Oh no, that's so gorgeous! Look at that. Oh man. Ah.
Now I ask that you do the same for her. Protect her. Teach her. Stand by her as you stood by me. There is much and more she does not know. She needs a guide to show her the ways of the world, or she will never find her own path. When the time comes, you will find me here. Until that day.
Minfilia, wait!
And then she was gone. Minfilia, the girl, claims to have no recollection of any of it. I have told her many things. Where we came from, what we fight for. But of that day, I have not spoken.
How do you want this to end? That is such an unfair question, to be honest.
With the coming of another possessed of the blessing of light, the first hath begun to rise up in defiance of its fate. The question remaineth, however, who shall take up the flame of hope which Minfilia hath borne for so long? Whether we will it or no, the choice must soon be made.
I'm sorry I took so long. It was so hard to choose. In the end, I settled on just the one.
That is well. Now, if all is in order, let us set forth for Lydha Lran.
Sad little broody boy. Man, I'm sorry for him. Let us quickly pick up this ether current quest here, please. The exuberant pixie's eyes light up with recognition. Oh, you're Oriange's friend, aren't you? Will you not lend me a hand? You see, Oriange's home is drab and dull, and I have a mind to decorate it, make it bright and beautiful. If you were to help out, I'd make it all the more special. First of all, we need some whirlweeds, a pretty little plant that grows in the water. We usually traded with the Fuath for it, but seeing as you can swim, you can harvest some for us. You should be able to find the weed in the lake where there's a sunken church. While you take care of this, I'll go and pick us lots and lots of beautiful flowers. Afterwards, let's meet back here for the decorating. See you soon. Yeah, that sounds like an amazing plan, buddy. Amazing. Look at that. Now let's not get into a fight with the killer bee. Is that a Wu-Tang reference? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. There you go. It was control space. It wasn't shift space. This is why it wasn't working. This must be underwater weeds. There is a whole village underneath this lake. Is that the original people's, like the humans' village, basically? And I think there's also an ether current somewhere here underneath, right? Yeah, to the east. Let's check this out. Make sure we explore the lake and... Man, wasn't a big fan of underwater exploration in Stormblood, to be honest. got to be, let's see. Deep wood swim. Glorianda. That is. It might actually be not underwater, but check it out. Where are we right now? Ooh, look at us. Okay, but this is okay, so this is the place we're going to. Then let's just pick up the weeds, and then I will assume that the ether current will be wherever the MSQ will lead us, I guess. So where's the missing weed? Ah, down there. There you go. Let's see if we can make it to the Light Warden battle for Il Mheg today. I'm not sure how many quests are still need to be completed for that, and I'm not gonna check. But let's see if we can make it. There you go. Here you go, buddy. The whirlweeds. Oh, look at these lovelies. I'll enchant these at once, make it so they can grow outside the water, and then plant them here and there. Meanwhile, I want you to decorate with these snug blooms. As to where they should go, yes, the stairs. That's a dull spot that's ripe for some cheer. When you've finished, come and let me know. Not sure people appreciate us decorating their house without their consent, but you know, it's just Urianger. So maybe he needs some cheering up his life. Go. A few flowers here and there, and then we're done. Hope you like it. Marvelous. This is sure to put a smile on Urianger's scowly face. And then he'll want to stay here forever and ever and ever. You're welcome to stay too, of course. There's plenty of room for you and all your friends. Yeah, about that, I think I'd prefer not to, just because it feels a little forced, you know? So maybe I'll just move on, but thanks for the offer. So, presents for the fairies. We weren't expecting you all back so soon. We had scarcely begun playing with the twins. That said, your gifts are truly wonderful. Let me tell you, the milk and honey and biscuits won't last a day, and the wings are the loveliest we've ever seen. You've done us a great kindness, and it's Fae custom to return the gesture. If you desire anything of us, you need but name it. Well, we're gonna name it broad bean soup, caramels. Grilled rail. Check here real quick. We already had some caramels, right? The key to the castle. So, what is it that you desire? Rusty old coins like you mortals are wont to collect, perhaps? We are resolved to vanquish the Light Garden, Light Warden of this land. To that end, we desire entry to Plea. I will not be able to pronounce that ever. What a strange thing to wish for. Might as well ask for your death. But if that is what you want, who are we to argue? Well, I shall speak with the others. You've clearly been busy, Orange. Would you be so kind as to tell us what we've missed? So that was the purpose of the gifts. Is there anything you can tell us about this Light Warden? Aye, my lady. By circumstances most tragic, the Light Warden of this land is our king and ruler, Titania. Ooh! Ooh, the fairy plot thickens. It was not always so, of course. Our king fought the first Light Warden that threatened our home, you see. Fought it and won. But all the horrible light that came out went and corrupted them, turning them into a new Light Warden. Now they're king only in name. Naught remains of the wise and just ruler that he used to. We had no choice but to seal them in the castle. The magic for breaking the seal we divided into 4 and wove each into a different relic to be kept apart until the time was right. I need to fetch them. And this dress is one of them. It's been in our safekeeping for years and years, but we've decided to entrust it to you. Are you sure? Of course. Custom demands it. Though you're most certainly going to your deaths, we thought we should at least let you try. That way, we get to watch what happens. Of course. You can't break the seal unless you have the other relics too. The shell crown is with a Fuath, the stone scepter is with a Numu, and the crystal shoes are with the Amaro. Good luck finding them all. But we gotta fetch them, right? Yeah, of course we've got to fetch them. The facts thus disclosed confirm mine own understanding. Our quest lieth now before us. Why can't you just talk like a normal guy? Come on, buddy. First, let us heed to the lake. There to claim the shell crown from the Fuath. If we call to them before the untouchable gate, they will answer. Well, then that's what we'll do. Man. Let's go fetch. Oh man, why? Is that another ether current quest up here? The path to popularity? It is. I think it is. Ulthon has a dream. Oh man. So good for you. There's talk that an interesting mortal has come to Il Mheg. Daedalus Root, or some such. It's you, isn't it? I don't even think to deny it. I wouldn't. I'm Ulthon, and it's my dream to become the most popular fairy of all. Why? Because everyone would fawn over. And That would be really fun. Now, by way of an achievable first step, I'm aiming to become the darling of Lydha Lran. But everyone is so caught up with their flower smelling and their mischief making, they don't even spare me a glance. You travel to and fro, so you must know much and more about this and that. Tell me, what must I do to become popular? I mean, you could go to prom with me. That would be an option. Be the cleverest, the fairest, or the strongest pixie of all. Well, I would still suggest just going to prom with me, but be the fairest pixie of all. Come on. I am already the fairest, beg your pardon. And besides, we, all of us, can use glamours to change our appearance. The others won't be impressed simply because I look different. Oh, I have it. I might not be able to impress how I look, but I can impress with what I know. I just need to read lots of books. And it just so happens there are lots of books in Urianger's home, a place called Bookman's Shelves. Right. I am going there at once and you're coming too. I can't read your strange mortal writing, so I need you to do it for me. So I'm gonna read you books. Sure. I mean, it's on the way, so hopefully. Okay, long camera shot to the home of Urianger. And off we pop. Where is the oh, the key to the castle quest is right there. Wait, no. We don't want to I don't want to waste time running around. I think this is my main problem in MMOs or any kind of RPGs. I have this strange urge to optimize my routes in order to run around as little as possible. I don't know if that is even a thing here, but let's leave that book reading quest up there and see where this takes. Oh, this is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, this is the untouchable gate. Okay. There you are. Hearken to me, O spirits of the water. We have come with an entreaty. Not in a talkative mood, apparently. I'm not exactly sure how that gate works. But if the fourth a water spirit, perhaps we should take our search into the lake? Oh, I suppose a brief dip wouldn't hurt. And it will all give us a chance to see Alphino in like swimming trunks, right? We all know Thancred swims like an eel, but what about you, Minfilia? I can swim well enough. Thancred taught me. Excellent. What about you, Urianger? I'm not sure I've ever asked. Rather than swim, mayhap it would be more expeditious to walk upon the surface by means of magic. Oh man, you not swim? You too, Urianger, that you should be a kindred spirit. Worry not, my friend. I know some helpful tricks, and I should be more than happy to share them with you. Together, we shall conquer the waves. Really, Elfino and Urianger, you're the ones who don't like swimming? Well, well, well. Aren't we a lively lot? And you have an entreaty for us, you say? An entreaty from mortals. What a treat! Aye. My comrades and I are on a quest to vanquish the Light Warden. To that end, we would humbly beg the loan of the Shell Crown, which we are given to understand is in the safekeeping of your people. Oh, is that all? Of course, you may have it. You shall have it. Just like that. What do you want from us? Oh, no need to be so suspicious. The crown simply doesn't mean much to us, is all. As a matter of fact, nothing means much to us. For we, the ffxiv, it's over before it's begun, and we couldn't care less what becomes of the Fairy King, nor the world for that matter. Okay, that's... Are you nihilists? You don't believe in anything? Having said that, we do so seldom have mortal visitors, and it would seem a shame not to make the most of you. Touch the untouchable gate. Is that a good idea? Should we be touching the untouchable gate? I mean, it surely is called untouchable for a reason, right? Touch the untouchable gate and come hither to our domain, Il Mheg. In your tongue, it means Forbidden Realm. Sounds forbidding, yes? And so it should, for we are one with the water, a home wrought of ripples and waves and currents. Find your way through, give us thrilling sport, and we will give you the crown. Oh, it's a new regular duty. Well, would you look at that? Man! A new regular duty that I can embark on with my friends. Yeah. No. Let's do this. Let's do this the NPC way. Come on. Let's do this the NPC way. What do we have here? I don't want the Oracle of Light. We have a Gunbreaker, and we need 2 damage dealers.
Here
so
we go.
technically,
Let's give it our all.
we have to take the Oracle of Light and Alizé, right? Because of course, yeah, Urianger and Alphino are both healers. We're gonna do that, right? Cool. I think we gotta close the... Let's go. Man, I didn't expect this to be a duty. I thought the next... Oh, shh. Okay, this looks promising. I like it. I thought the next duty would be the Light Warden in the castle, but no. Look at that. There's another one here. Come on, Thancred, do your tanking thing. You gonna tank or what? Let's go. Let's heal our tank up a little bit. the Fuath look like little Pokemon? Is that, or is it just me? I really don't want to be doing big pulls with NPCs. I feel like they're not made for that. But I really like the idea of doing those duties in a narrative intended way at first with the NPCs that basically accompany you. I like that idea. Oh shit, Thancred, come on. Get your health up, buddy. What is going on with you? Don't. This is very Enchanted Garden. Yeah, I love it. This is... Why is Minfilia taking damage? She shouldn't be taking damage. Come on. This is very whimsical. This is so... Oh, man. Look at the sky. Oh man, really? Oh, that's lovely. That's just gorgeous. That is insanely gorgeous. Come on. Heal up a little bit. And then get some damage out. Did you already spend your excogitation, Thancred? Man, got to be more careful, boy. Oh my, did you see the flower? Stay focused, Minfilia. Have done that. That wouldn't have been necessary. Come on. Let's... on. Ah shit, that was dumb. I did it wrong. Get out of here. I have to remember to apply. This is an interesting question. I think as far as healers are concerned, when it comes to damage spells, I think applying dots to every minion that is available before starting to apply like normal damage spells would be preferable, right? But I'm not 100% sure. Give me a second here. The Lord of the Lingering Gaze. What are you, buddy? Are you like a little... You like a little lizard boy? What are you? Let's go. Candy Cane. Okay, Candy Cane is gonna... Shenanigans. Really? I always forget chain stratagem, man. I'm so bad at this. What is this? What are we doing? Okay. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Got it. All right. Okay. I see what you did there. It looks like Minfilia is doing... I didn't understand that. I really didn't. Come on. Can I get... Thancred? Yeah, that was good. Come on, buddies. Oh shit, what was that? I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. What does Recitation do? Without consuming resources, but also ensuring critical HP is restored. Okay, kind of nice. Why am I so dumb? Okay, Thancred, come on.
Here we go.
Get out of there. Everybody come here. Gather around. He's actually pretty... Yeah, that tank crust is not going to do much damage, right? Come on. 5% left. Am I supposed to stand on the... No, I'm not. So I think I need to stand on the... Shit! I don't fully understand it. It's kind of a bummer. Oh, and there he runs away. Look at that. Berbertite Gauntlets of Maiming. Oh. Yeah, that's gonna suck because I okay. How gorgeous is this? How absolutely... And his little buddy's running away. Look at him, he's running away. I'm sorry, I just get excited. It's just a lot. Yeah, there's like a lot happening. Come on.
You underestimate me.
That was good. Come on. Can we... Shit. The landscape is changing. Onwards, my friend. Onwards to your prize. I love me some very mischief shenanigans. Those are so cute. I mean, give me a second to just defeat this pack of minions, and then we're just gonna have a look at the scenery. Because this is... I mean, look at it. This little brook with the waterfall. I mean, look at that, man. That's just let me I'm just gonna check out something. Okay, so one can enter G pose. Okay, one can enter G pose in a duty. This is interesting. So I could enter the duty with NPCs just to take some pictures, right? Oh, geez, Louise, what's going on here? There's a lot of bees. Wu-Tang killer bees. Come on, Thancred. Tank him. Where's my Asuna? It's down here, right? Oh shit, I also have a leading attached to me. That's just unnecessary, is it? Come on. I need to zoom out. I always forget that Asuna exists until some such statuses get applied to my tank, and then I just panic and remember that I'm actually able to remove them. They're removable. Oh man, did the path just open up with like leaves spreading out here? That's... Oh, you have to be kidding me. This is the best duty ever. Like, this comes close to the Mheg trials in whimsicalness, you know? Let's just see if we can heal up a little bit, and then take a little bit of butt. Honey Hunter, Moss Fungus. Could you stay alive, Thancred, for me? Just long enough for me to apply some dots here. Would that be possible? Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. You're a good little tank. I think the idea of allowing folks to enter duties with NPCs and making it a narrative experience by basically tying that into the story is insanely well done. I mean, I know I've done duties from Heavensward and Stormblood already with NPCs, just because basically the mechanic had already been introduced when I started Heavensward and A Realm Reborn. But seeing how it has been implemented in Shadowbringers, with the NPCs being actual scions or NPCs that you care about that are available through narrative means at that moment, makes it so good that it becomes a valid option as far as playing duties with NPCs is concerned. Because you can actually experience the duty at your own pace and not worry too much about you know, holding folks down and wash it. Sorry, I shouldn't be speaking so much. I should be doing damage and healing. I'm sorry. Let me get my shit together real quick. I'm sorry, folks. But this makes duty support with a group of NPCs like a very feasible and very valid option for playing through duties with a group of NPCs, because it doesn't feel like it's just a group of random goons like it was in Heavensward or Stormblood. I think Stormblood already had some narrative tie-ins there. Why is Alice taking so much damage? Could you stop doing that? Thancred, you're supposed to be tanking these. You mean from a musical perspective, Leroy? Like I have to say, unfortunately, I'm not as well versed in classical music. I know that the Nutcracker exists, but like, does it thematically have something to do with fairies, or do you just mean the musical theme? Why am I too far away? There we go. Yeah, I know it's a ballet. I was just wondering whether he meant like musically, or whether there's any thematical parallels to the Nutcracker. What are we doing here? Do we have to kill these saplings, or what are we doing? Okay, that hurt, but I guess it's fine. Get out of that cone. I love how the music completely changes in those boss fights, by the way. And we have these whimsical piano tunes throughout the exploration phase, and then there you go. And then it changes to electrical guitar riffs as soon as you go into a boss fight. I like that a lot. Whoa! No, that's not something we appreciate. Come on. Come on. Whoa. Buddy, you just grew. Did you find the drink me eat me thing somewhere? That again. Heal up, and then let's kick some butt. And then we're back to some whimsical. That looks interesting. Oh, well, that's just an earring, right? It's just an earring. But those earrings are nice, to be honest. This is like the first pair of earrings I actually kind of like. I have to check out the Okay, that sounds interesting. Okay. So it's a Christmas production of the Nutcracker in the UK Royal Opera, but you can go to a cinema in Berlin and watch it there. I didn't know that existed. I have to say, I'm not really big. Yeah, please do that. That sounds great. My partner would actually love that. My problem is that I didn't grow up with classical music and opera and theater. It was just something that was not widely available to us in our family, you know, with our background. So I didn't get to experience classical music and opera until I was very advanced in age, right? And people told me that that was actually an option. So I still struggle with the concept of opera or going to the theater because it feels to me very unfitting for my class. But of course, I could go to the theater anytime I wanted. So I haven't been doing that a lot, to be honest. You know. I feel like there's so many layers of barriers that you have to get through in order to then be able to enjoy opera to an extent that kind of makes sense. Oh, here's this little buddy again. Man. This feels like a trap, doesn't it? That feels like a trap. This is clearly a trap. Oh no, it's a trap. We were trapped. Look at that. Who would have thought of that? Come on. Ah, shit. Wrong button. No, stop. I smell a trap. Other duty that this kind of, it doesn't remind me of it, but it's kind of similar. The other duty that is one of my favorite until now is one from Heavenswood, which is the library. I just don't remember the name right now. There's this whimsical library duty where most of the antagonists are comprised of items that have come to life, like books and stuff. I'm gonna tell you in a second. The Great Gooball Library, exactly. I absolutely love that duty, and it has one of the best soundtracks in the game, I think. It doesn't feel as classical as this one. It's a little bit weirder and more almost jazzy, I would say. But it's super fun. It's great. is really great. Come on, let's get the rest of you in here, folks. Come on, let's get you all in here for a big happy party situation. Come on. Let's heal up Thancred a little bit, and then he's gonna be fine, right? He's gonna be fine. Bravo! You again. Oh man. Shit, how did that happen? Man. How did this happen? Who killed Minfilia? Yeah, here we go. Come on. Holy, what is, how am I? Seriously? That was just a supposedly normal pull, right? How did that happen? That was interesting. Yeah, I assume so, but still I didn't expect them to hit so hard. But I assume I should be more careful. Let's go. Okay. Watch out for the AoE effects. Come on. Watch out. Get out of there, kids. Come on, don't. There you are. Ah, shit. There you go. The crown. Snake Lord. Did he just transform into a sexy lizard? Oh man. Let's go. Alright. Come on, sexy lizard. Show me what you got. Whoa. Uncalled for. Atlo sucker Indom, right? He just imped me. I was just imped. Imped and toted. Come on. I would love to get back and heal my boy Thancred back up. I do not want to be toted. Whoa! What is this? Ah, really? Fuck. No! Really, I have to... Are you kidding me? Oh, God's sake. Man, oh. Jeez Louise. Ah, floor is back. A Song of Terror. Okay. What's gonna happen? Ooh. I heard you like tentacles. Let's go, Minfilia. Come on. Heal up, girl. We don't have time for this. Corrosive Vial. Oh no. Where's everybody going? I feel like you know something I don't know in terms of positioning here, folks. Give me a crescendo. Give me a fortissimo. Okay, but that aligns with the opera classic musical theory, right? So it kind of makes sense. Can we get some Isuna here in here, please? Ow, 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 ow. I need to get those dots off the team real quick. Oh no, I've been imped again. Come on. And now I've been frogged again. Imped and frogged. No. Come on, get me out of here. 4. Yeah, that should be fine. There we go. Thancred. Woohoo! Why are there dots on me again? Stop applying bleeding to me, for God's sake. This is not okay. Ooh, I've received some... What? I leveled up enhanced soil? Was it... What was it? I don't know where I saw that. Give me a second real quick. I just leveled up to 78 and received some... I think it was just passive, but I'm not sure. Just saw the enhanced swift cast. Yeah, here, enhanced sacred soil. Okay, adds an additional effect to sacred soil that grants healing over time. Oh, nice. It's great. I actually like sacred soil. Oh, a Fey Rod. What does this look like? Oh man, this is gorgeous. I mean, I already have a white mage stat. Oh no, this is for black mage. Oh, nice. What if you stand next to one of the NPCs during the end of the duty, they will add some flavor text before exiting the duty. Okay. Oh! Is it over? Okay. Their mastery over glamours is truly astounding. You're not talking to us? Thancred? This is nice. Thank you. I didn't know that. I was actually unaware of that. Do I have to... No, I can't interact with the crown, right? I can just exit the duty then. So cool. This is so well thought out, to be honest. I really like it. I really do.
Well fought, well fought.
I love how creepy those Fae are.
Jolly good show.
Oh, you do not hold back. But I would have it no other way. Seldom have I enjoyed such sport.
We have satisfied thy demands. Wilt thou now satisfy ours?
Of course. Of course. There it is, the relic you seek. Yours for the taking. Have care you do not break it, though, yes.
We'll try our best.
Ah, but you, my friend, you are mighty indeed, and pleasing to the eye besides.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sexy Frog. I appreciate the honesty.
More? I want to see more of him.
Okay.
Yes, yes! I could watch him forever!
Why don't we just make him one of us? Yes, one of us.
Of us. One of us.
What a fine idea! Why ever didn't I think of that? You may have the crown, but in exchange, we will have you!
That was not the deal, to be honest. Mr. Fairy Person. This is not how fairy deals work. Holy shit.
Wake up! Wake up, damn you!
Oddbird? Wait, what? Oh, Ardbird, the warrior of... I always forget what his name is.
Ah, you're alive. Thank the gods. I don't know where you learned to breathe underwater, but it's lucky you can.
These nasty little buggers.
I'm sure you had your reasons. But the first rule of dealing with the Fwath is do not deal with the Fwath. It's said that they are born from the souls of the drowned. Were it not for your little trick, you'd have joined them. Your friends are safely back on dry land, in case you were wondering. They'll be searching for you, I expect.
Oh, really? The voice actor of Ardbird plays Genry Baratheon. Okay, so we have Genry Baratheon, and then we have Mr. Slutty Glasses voicing the Crystal Exarch. I didn't know that.
It's seen better days. They were a stubborn lot, the Verbites. Set in their ways. But once you got to know them, you couldn't find a more welcoming people. It always froze over in winter, being up in the mountains. So we'd pull up our chairs round the fire and trade tales over steaming bowls of lamb stew, while the street lamps burned hot and bright outside. All dead and buried now. Them and anyone else who might remember. Everything we did. Everything we gave. What was it for? I wonder... I hope you'll have a better answer than this when all's said and done.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Joe Dempsey. Genry Baratheon in Game of Thrones. Huh. I mean, this is some solid names doing voice acting for Final Fantasy XIV, actually, right? I remember a time where Talis and Jaffe, I think, was voicing Urianger before they did the big voice actor swap that they did and basically recast a lot of them. I remember that. Then I never actually checked in on any of the new voice actors to see who they were until recently, to be honest. And yeah, I found out that Jonathan Bailey was doing the Crystal Exarch, right? Mr. Slutty Glasses Bridgerton, which I really appreciate. I love him a lot. He's also quite cool, to be honest. So yeah, interesting. I'll have to check in on that and see who else is picking up any of the new roles. I honestly didn't know. I mean, I've met the voice actors for Alize and Alphino now through his stream, to be honest, which is also pretty awesome. But I haven't looked up the other ones, so I'll have to do it. Anyway, I think we'll call it a day for today. It's already 1:45. I think we've broken the 2.5-hour mark, and I think we're gonna wrap this up for today. That was a fun one, folks. I loved the Beaver Quest. I think I'm a big fan of the Beaver Quest. That was super fun. I didn't mind the fetch quests so much, honestly, around the fairy village, because I feel like they did an amazing job of portraying these fairies as fun, whimsical, but also quite dangerous and mischievous at the same time. That was very well done. I feel like this whole arc is very well written. It gives us a very good understanding of like the scales of fairies being fun and whimsical on the other side, but also quite dangerous and dark and not nice on the other hand. That was an amazing duty. I'll definitely run it a couple of times before we play again, just because I want to see what the other drops look like in terms of glamour. So I'll do that, and then I guess we will continue next week right here at 11 a.m. right where Urianger is sitting right now, cowering, waiting for us, and we'll see whether we can defeat the Light Warden of this land. In any case, thank you very much for watching. Thanks, Lran, for keeping me company in the chat. I always appreciate that. Also, thank you for the information and the fun facts. Those are always appreciated. If you want to, you can leave a like. You can subscribe to the channel. I'll be back next week on Sunday, 11 a.m. for more Final Fantasy XIV. And apart from that, I don't know what comes up. We'll have to find out. So thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Have a beautiful time. The sun is shining in Berlin, so I'll definitely go out and grab some lunch, get some sun, take some pictures. And I hope you also have a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you very, very much. Enjoy, take care, and stay safe, everyone. Bye.